Hello, hello, hello. I'm Nikole and welcome back to the channel. Now we are here to get into 25 singles, albums, and moments of the year. So let's run it back on 2022. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. This is a Chris Brown episode. So amongst I guess if I had to have a top 5 singles of this year, Chris Brown's Warm Embrace absolutely is topping that list. This is another song that just had that classic R&B tone and was really a breath of fresh air from Chris Brown. I felt like the use of the sample was perfect and we got singing Chris Brown again. Songs like Warm Embrace are absolutely going to be key for Chris Brown as he gets older, and they just provide balance for his fans. Now, Chris Brown's album this year, Breezy, was also amongst some of my most replayed. Now, we absolutely did fully get into Chris Brown's album on the game plan, so you guys can go and check out that episode. After the first listen in that episode, that album definitely aged well for me. I feel like I was listening to that album for months and months on end. I feel like the album perfectly reflected the transition that Chris Brown is in his life. He's getting older, he's maturing, he's a father, but he also is a young man and still has fun. The album definitely had a balance of some more classic R&B for fans that will look for something that's a little more mature. He also had the side of the fun club songs that some of his younger fans will be in tune with. I personally feel like Chris Brown is on the edge of a bit of a rebirth, and I'm hoping that people start to give him a little grace, but clearly the AMAs weren't ready. Now, last month, the American Music Awards, aka the AMAs, were live on ABC. Now, for weeks and weeks, they have been promoting that Chris Brown was going to be a featured performer on the stage that night. But literally the day before, Chris Brown took to Instagram to post rehearsal footage of his performance that would have been, and let us know that the AMAs actually canceled his performance 24 hours before the show. Chris Brown was set to perform a tribute alongside Sierra to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Michael Jackson's Thriller. Now, when they canceled their performance, they did not at the time give Chris Brown a clear explanation as to why his performance was being canceled. But after much backlash and a lot of questioning why, especially after seeing that rehearsal footage, people needed an answer. Turns out an ABC executive pulled the plug on the performance, saying that they didn't like the idea of a convicted domestic abuser tributing a alleged child abuser. Now, I call BS because because these people continuously have a double standard when it comes to different communities. Disney and ABC actually have a lot of work as far as shows, movies, and music that have been connected to confirmed and convicted abusers, but you don't see them pulling the plug on those things being on their new streaming platforms. Now, I personally hate that Chris Brown has to continuously go through this drama. I feel like he has done the legal way of paying his debt to society, and he hasn't really been in a lot of drama in the last few years. So I think, like Kelly Rowland said, it's time to give the boy some grace. Alright, y'all, that's a wrap on this episode. Drop down in the comments below what were some of your favorite songs from Chris Brown's Breezy album, and what do you guys think? Do you think it's time to let Chris Brown move on, or are you still stuck? You already know what to do here on YouTube. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss a drop. And we'll be back to wrap up the 25 singles, albums, and moments of the year. Bye. The song was just a hit. I think what got it for me was absolutely that Toni Braxton sample. Now, we're all still in the gray about whether this is his last album. Forget the Yeezys. Forget the music. Let's make sure Kanye is okay. One last time, let's run it back on 2022.